Hello, guys, and this is week 5. Welcome to week 5 reviews of Fox Animation. You know, your popular Fox shows. You have The Simpsons, Family Guy, Bless the Hearts, and Bob's Burgers. And we're going to start with The Simpsons and the 7-beer itch. And what I have to say about it is that this episode is pretty much universally disliked by all Simpsons fans based on what I've gathered. I think I've seen maybe one or two who liked it, but other than that, no one else really liked it. I mean, I wouldn't say I hated it, but I didn't like it. I mean, I thought it was, eh. Like, it's slightly better than the premiere, but nothing more. And I mean, most of the episode only works due to its comedy. I mean, like the story is so, the story is so incoherent and like it does a lot of weird things throughout the episode that make you question, like, that makes you question, like, was this well, I don't know if I could ask that question, but I mean, it makes you it makes you question the writers, because of all the weird stuff. I would say that there were a few clips that were funny.
Oh, get me a priest. Mom, I always liked you.
Oh, let me try to relax. Watch Itchy and Scratchy.
I am Itchy and Scratchy.
Who are all those people?
It's the Weekenders from Falmouth. It's almost here.
And raise the prices. No.
Time strips and beer.
Black Dog mouse pads.
Over here, T-shirts. CDs by James Taylor's brother. Look at me. I'm Gypsy Rose Lee. You and me and my cardiologist make 3.
Sorry, I have to leave right now.
Oh, but why?
I just spilled a glass of wine on myself. Also, this bottle. Homer, let's go.
But I mean, other than that, I didn't think it was really that good. I mean, the story is just, okay, there's this perfect girl. There's this perfect girl from London, and she moves to Springfield because she wants to get together with a man, and she doesn't like anyone except Homer, and Homer's Marge, Bart, and Lisa, and Maggie, they all go away for 3 weeks, and Homer's in Springfield all alone. And of course, this girl has feelings for Homer, but Homer can't reciprocate that because of Marge and whatever. But it's just another marriage crisis episode. The ending was total like ass. I mean, like it was just really lazy. I thought it was sort of going somewhere when like Mr. Burns kind of shows up, but it kind of disregards that quickly, and then it just has that lazy ending and it just ends. So I mean, I didn't really like this one. Yeah, I didn't really like this one. I thought it was I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was watchable. It just wasn't good. I mean, the only good part, as I've said so many times, is the comedy. Like this episode is just a waste of Olivia Colman's talent. I mean, like she was great, and there's no doubt about that. It's just that the writing of the episode was so poor, it just made for like a total waste of her talent. So now on we go to Bless the Hearts and Town Pinchers, and I have to say I think this is about consistent for where the show is. Currently, I mean, I think this is just a typical Bless the Hearts episode and nothing more. I liked a lot of. I honestly thought this episode was really funny throughout. So I mean, I even though I say it's typical, it's mostly because some of the story hiccups along the way. But I also did. But there are a lot of jokes in this episode that really saved it from being, like The Simpsons 7-beer itch. But so this episode sees Betty and Brenda perform stand up as subplot, and then the main plot is Jenny takes a night shift at the Last Supper when Jenny takes the night shift at the Last Supper when, Wayne tries to say it's not safe for her, but she wants to prove him wrong. And it shows us a sort of montage, which I thought was really funny. And I I just really like the montage. That they're all just so I guess you could say in a way sort of unrealistic, but in a way it sort of is realistic. I just really liked how it played out. And then I also liked Violet drawing Wayne's thoughts and words when he says the wrong things to Jenny. It's not a place for a woman, and like his feet are in poop. I just thought that was hilarious.
Do. Hola, Jenny.
How was your vacation, Louise?
Well, Daniel had to come back early for a businessman thing, but it wasn't sad at all, Jenny. I liked being alone in Mexico on my 10th anniversary. Anyways, Jenny, you know what I noticed when I was driving myself home from the airport late last night? The Waffle House had a ton of customers, and we had no customers.
Maybe because we were closed?
That's right. Y'all look at you, smarty. So starting next week, the Last Supper's gonna be open all night.
As in 24 hours?
Yes, silly. And you get to be our new night manager. Do. For the same money. Do.
I mean, the night shift is no place for a lady.
Wait, what did you just say?
I'm capturing the look. The look of a man seconds before he loses everything.
I'm just saying women are a little more physically vulnerable than men.
Look, Wayne, it's you. And that poo pile is all your words and thoughts.
Jenny, your check engine light means check the engine.
I know when my check engine light is serious and when it isn't.
Jenny, don't be stubborn. We're not going to make it to Charlotte.
I don't even see that. Guess who made it to Charlotte? This bitch. I just want to give him one grape.
Lions don't even eat grapes.
Guess who proved lions like grapes? This bitch. Ouch!
Oh my God, what did she do?
I reminded her that she is allergic to cauliflower, so she ate a tray of roasted cauliflower.
Guess who just saw ghost? This bitch.
Oh, I know what this is. They're afraid of a lawsuit. I give you my consent.
Oh, look at this cheerleader. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, find your own way down then.
Morning. Made you some breakfast. Oh, God.
Mom!
Oh, I'm sorry, Wayne. Sorry, Vi. Hi.
Little on edge from last night.
Me? No way.
So stubborn.
I'm not stubborn or on edge. I'm amped. Amped up from how much calm fun I had with all my new chill friends.
So it was fun and chill.
Oh, yeah. Well, the night crowd is actually really sophisticated and cool. A lot of book clubs. People come out of art house movies and having philosophical discussions.
Wow, the Last Supper at night is like being transported to 1920s Paris.
And why do you have a bunch of Band-Aids on your arm?
Oh, that? Oh, I just got caught in a little crossfire between two rapscallions named Mr. Apocalypse and Eddie Toilet. Two nighttime regulars just having a friendly little oil fight. Kind of like a fancy duel. It's like Hamilton, really.
Eddie Toilet's oil fight was like Hamilton?
Uh-huh. Totally random question. Do you think a wolf could bite through this?
There are also some other funny moments, but I kind of want to get into the story. So once Jenny takes the night shift, she has trouble, of course, because the night crowd are more crazy than the day crowd. You have I guess Randy's both a day and a night crowd. Randy takes a nap. Randy gives Jenny like 2 coins and he goes to take a nap on the booth, and then there's a guy who brings a wolf in. And Wayne even comes in because he thinks Jenny is sort of, she sort of can't handle it on her own, so he disguises himself, but it fails. And then at that point a robber comes in and threatens to shoot up the place unless Jenny gives money. So Jenny gives her And she tries to stall a little bit by talking with the robber, even trying to get the robber to play along with Jenny. So that Wayne, so that she can prove to Wayne that she can do it, but of course it fails because of Randy. And then I thought the ending of Pound Pinchers was a little lazily done because it was just okay, the robber and Jenny sort of make up. I was like, what? And then Randy gets a girl. Randy and the robber go back to their house. Go back to one of their houses, I guess, to have sex. I mean, that part was fine, but I just feel like it just ended sort of quickly. There was no sort of consequences for, the robber. And then, Betty and Brenda subplot kind of sort of overstays its welcome. I didn't most of the middle part was just filler, and I especially thought that it sort of could have went somewhere with Betty sort of feeling guilt, but then when she's in the comedy club, she sort of disregards that. So I mean, so and then once the Weight Watchers, it's called Pound Pinchers because you're it's a club for weight loss. So once the weight loss coach tells them that their comedy isn't funny, like I especially sort of tuned out at that part because I just felt like it was going on too long. They sort of get a good ending by doing stand up at Butts, which I thought could have been good, but I feel like if you sort of trimmed out what was in the middle and gave it so the maid had a better ending, I think this episode could have gotten a better grade. Yeah, so I would say this is a standard Bless the Hearts episode. It has some sort of story hiccups, sort of story hiccups with the ending and sort of like the middle of the subplot. But I thought it was generally pretty funny throughout. Like one thing I sort of like about this season more than last is that it's definitely more funny. Now on we go to Bob's Burgers and Fast Time Capsules at Wagstaff School. I couldn't fit the school there. So Fast Time Capsules at Wagstaff School sees Tammy compete with Tina for a time capsule when Tina doesn't accept Tammy's donation of things to put inside the time capsule when Mr. Frond sort of puts Tina in charge of the official school time capsule, so she tries to build her own, and Louise tries to get tickets for Boyz for Now. There's definitely a lot to set up. You have Tina, you have Tammy, you have Louise, you even got Henry Haber, and this is all one plot. And it sort of manages to make it work quite well. I mean, sometimes it might be a little all over the place, but honestly, I thought that was really the only bad part. The story is great. There's good comedy.
I understand the past now, old Tina, and no dead moles. Tina, choosing you for this was the greatest decision of my life.
Mr. Frond, you're still alive.
I was just waiting for this day. Bye.
Yours is like a really annoying time to wait, Tina, but here, it's a tube of lip balm.
Here's my wow needle. It's on one.
How dare you? Strawberry lemongrass is the flavor of our time.
Sorry, Tammy. I'm after a history, not a hissy fit story.
Oh my god, Tina has so much power. My lip balm is cherry.
Sorry, I'm just biased because I happen to be a pretty good whistler. Or so people tell me a lot.
It's true. If me and Julio down by the schoolyard comes on, watch out, Julio. Here comes this guy.
Yeah, Mr. Flute Face over here. I can do some stuff you can't do, like roll my R's. Let's see you do that, big shot.
You know I can't, Len.
Maybe today you can. Try it.
Ha! Who cares? Rolling R's is a fringe sound. Whistling is like having a bird living inside of you.
Oh, yeah? What kind of bird? A red-breasted robin?
Guys, please, I didn't mean to start something.
Teddy, you're getting a ticket.
What? Linda, you were supposed to fart.
I don't understand why you're upset.
You took my social studies homework and corrected it.
As a romantic surprise.
You wrote mediocre effort on it.
And the O in mediocre is a heart. So, Smita.
Trouble in Haberdice?
Wait a minute. All I have to do is date Henry Haber and he'll do my homework?
Like, this is the best episode of the season, by the way. I like the direction the episode was heading in. I know it's sort of a little predictable at the end, with the Boys for Now tickets, and Tina gives them to Louise, but Tina gives them to Louise instead of putting it in her capsule because Henry Haber wins the Boys for Now tickets. Then because he wants to take Susmita, who returns to the concert, but when Susmita gets mad that Henry grades her homework and puts corrections all over it, he's sad, and he gives the tickets, but of course Tammy takes them, puts it in her capsule, and closes it. So then Louise, Tina, and Jean go to dig it out. Tammy sees them, and Louise gives Tammy the tickets before she reveals her fakes. Then Tina wants to put it in her capsule, but then Louise, she wants to go to Boys for Now, so it sort of goes into a fight between the two, and then Louise sort of tells Tina that she should live and put her sister before this dumb time capsule crap. I mean, it's sort of true. I'm pretty sure anyone would put their siblings before some stupid time capsule crap like this. And of course they revealed that they're fakes too, and Tammy got fake tickets too because Henry Susmita actually digged to back up the real tickets and made fakes just in case. So all four of them, Tammy, Jocelyn, Tina, and Louise, didn't end up going to the concert because they had fake tickets. Which is honestly a pretty sort of satisfying ending, I thought they were actually gonna go and have fun, but they didn't go. And then the subplot is just Linda teasing Bob that he can't roll his R's, and Bob teasing Linda that he can't whistle, and and then Teddy and Jean sort of try to get them to make up, because they're fighting. But I mean, the Belchers are a lovable family that they won't go near to the extent that the Simpsons, American Dad, or Family Guy would go to. And honestly, it's sort of refreshing to see that. And the subplot doesn't overstay its welcome. It's perfect. It's just some side fun. To sort of relax yourself from what's going on in the main. So I mean, there were a lot of funny stuff in the main plot, yeah. So I really liked this episode. I thought it was great. This is easily the best episode of the season. So Fast Time Capsules at Wagstaff School is a excellent, pretty excellent addition to this show's 11th season. It does a lot of things incredibly well, like how it sort of, even though it's a little bit all over the place, it sort of manages to give you like a fast-paced, sort of thing in the main while offering some sort of relaxation in the subplot. It's incredibly funny today, and the subplot is perfectly paced, doesn't overstay its welcome, and I like the direction that the episode was heading into, and the characters make it interesting. So yeah, easily the best episode of the season. I hope next week's is great too, because that's the 200th episode. I have super high expectations for that one, especially since it's written by Stephen Davis. And yes, Stephen Davis, I think. So now we go on to Family Guys and Famiglia Guy. I think that's how you say it. This episode sees Peter actually think he's a mob boss when Joe invites Peter to be Susie's godfather. He actually takes it literally from the Godfather movies and actually thinks he's a mafia boss, and the mob people realize that, and that they want to kill him now. Yeah, I didn't like this episode at all. I thought it was really bad. This episode wasn't good at all. Most of it is just either a bunch of Godfather jokes, of course, for people, I mean, sure, people who've seen Godfather might like it, but, for other people, if the episode is just full of Godfather jokes, people who haven't seen it aren't going to understand it, so that's not really a good thing. I mean, if it was a few jokes, because maybe I'd say, 1 out of 6 jokes work, so I guess if you had that one joke, I guess if you had maybe a few jokes about Godfather throughout the episode, it might work. But this episode is just a string of jokes. The plot is incoherent and terrible. Like the ending is lazy as shit. And then you have a subplot with Chris going to Italy and he's just speaking fake Italian. It's so dumb. Like, when did I think any of this is funny? It's not. I mean, the only good jokes I'd say were the Don jokes because even though it sort of takes too long, I thought it was pretty funny, and then I liked seeing I liked seeing Peter and his friends being mobs, and Quagmire erases the extra virgin from the olive oil truck because Quagmire and stuff like that. I don't need to explain it. And then I liked Peter opening the blanket, he sees a horse head and screams, and it reveals it's Stewie's horse toy.
There it is. I've been looking for that.
We're glad that you finally decided to play ball with us. Let me introduce you to the other Dons. Don Duck, Donkey Kong, Don Amnesia, forget about it. Don Onomatopoeia, bang. The Land Don Under.
You come to me today, on the day of me daughter's barbecue.
Don Imus.
The Rutgers basketball team is black and disgusting.
That's a wrap for Don Imus. Finally, the scariest Don of them all. Don de Don Don.
Thank you. I'd like to introduce you all to my suspenseful son. Don Don Don!
I think those are probably the only good jokes in the episode. Like, I honestly didn't like the Brian, we have to kill Brian 4 times or 3 times and almost kill him once because I mean, Brian didn't even do anything. Now, I mean, before, like, when he actually got abused, there was reasons for him to be abused. Like in Brian the Closer, Quagmire abuses Brian because he's a dick. But, in this episode, he's abused for no reason. He's basically, like, nowadays, Brian's just a punching bag. Like, he's just Meg 2.0, basically. Like he has some character, but when they're not using him, they basically abuse him just like me. Honestly, I think it's lazy writing. I'm surprised Joe wasn't even abused to being a cripple in this episode, to be honest. So then Joe has Peter. Once Peter is kidnapped by the mafia, no, Peter's not kidnapped by the mafia. The mafia invite him to have a meeting. So then Joe inserts a police camera onto his chest, so they can listen to what's going on. And Peter, being the stupid guy he is, actually reveals it. And the mob boss and the police come in, but the mobs beat the police. The mobs are able to defend themselves against the police, and the mob boss threatens to shoot Peter and Joe and kill them. But of course, a bottle of Prego, I don't, does Prego mean thank you in Italian? I'm not sure if it does, but a bottle of Prego comes in and saves Peter and Joe and kills the mob boss. It was just lazy. That was just lazy as shit. I mean, you have a bottle of Prego come in and shoot. Like, first of all, I mean, I get that Family Guy's sort of over the top, but I just feel like that was even dumb for Family Guy. Like a 5-year-old can write that. I'm not kidding. A 5-year-old could write that. Like, you have, like, experienced Writers Guild covered writers doing this. And, I mean, I get that Family Guy's sort of a sketch comedy, but I just felt like that was just lazy. So yeah, that pretty much sort of ends the episode, really. And then, we have to abuse Brian some more and kill him again. Yeah, I didn't like this episode at all. I thought it was terrible. Almost none of the jokes worked. The story is it's so thin, like it's so incoherent, so unclear. There's overused, like in addition to the overused Godfather jokes you have that stupid Muttley laugh joke where Peter explains the joke, and then you have them trying to they almost kill Brian once, and then they kill him 3 times, and he comes back on screen. It's just stupid, lazy filler. And the ending is lazy as shit. So yeah, I did not like this episode at all. It was very poor. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Fox Animation Week 5. Week 6 is coming up, and we have some pretty exciting episodes coming up. You got the return of writer David Cohen, classic Simpsons writer, coming back for an episode next week. You have Bob's Burgers 200. We have Holly Hunter coming back for Bless the Hearts. And Family Guy is just a Meg's wedding. I don't think that's really special at all. So I mean, I guess 2 episodes with high expectations. 1 episode I'm probably gonna think is really bad, and without even needing to see it, I already think it's bad. And then and 1 episode that could be good, could be substandard. I think. Yeah. So this week, you have two good. I mean, 1 great, 1 good, 1 okay, and 1 awful episode. So you basically got 1 of everything this week for me. So I want to know what you thought in the comments, and let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.